Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. I want you to subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe. It's been a long time, quite long time since we had a conversation. So today we are going to have conversation on add and drop of courses. Stay tuned. There are so many questions that comes to your mind when you hear drop course in University of Ghana. Realize that when you come in level 100, for those doing Bachelor of Arts, usually you've been offered 3 courses. So let's say political science, information studies, and sociology. And then you hear people say that when you move on to 200, you'll have to drop one and continue with the other. As of now, so many people are confused as to how they are going to drop the course. Do they need to go through some registration process? Will it affect them? If you don't drop, is it mandatory? So that is what we want to have a conversation on today. First, you need to drop a course. I'm using the Bachelor of Arts students because I know most of them actually find themselves in this dilemma. I want to use Bachelor of Arts students. So you need to drop one of the courses. You may not want to drop, but at the end, you need to further or complete with just 1 or 2. This is how we go about it. You don't need to go online to register for anything, go to any office to say you want to drop this course or anything. Now, I have political science, information studies, and sociology, these 3 courses. I'm in level 100. I did all these 3 courses in level 100 plus my HEC and my UGRC. So I'm moving on to level 200. Moving on to level 200, I will have to drop 1. So I dropped sociology. I would want to drop sociology. So now in level 200, I'll only do 2 courses. That would be political science and information studies, meaning I've dropped sociology. I'll do political science and information studies. At the end of level 200, when you're moving to 300, you need to decide whether you're going to move further with the 2 or you're going to do just 1. That is where the single major and the combined major comes in. If you want to drop 1, it means you are going to do single major. If you want to move on with the 2, it means you're doing combined major. But it is not as easy, or it is not just drop it as you did in level 100 when you're coming to 200. This time around, you need to register for some particular courses for you to be identified as either a combined major student or a single major student. So you realize that in level 100, when you're coming to 200, we dropped 1. That's 1. When you are dropping, you don't need to register for the course. You not register, you not attend any class. If I say register, I mean both manual or departmental registration and registering online with MIS Web. You don't need to do any of these. You don't need to do any of these. But in level 200, when you're moving to 300, then you need to either drop 1 or combine the 2. You're not just going to drop it as you did in level 100. You need to register for, if let's say you want to move on with information studies and then drop political science. You not just drop it. You do 4 courses in information studies and 2 courses in political science. So you realize that there is a maximum number of courses you took for information studies and a minimum number of courses you take in political science. So that makes political science your minor and makes information studies your major. Are we good? Yes, I'm sure you're good. But if you don't want to move on with a 2, that is a combined major, you take equal number of courses at both departments. So let's say you take 3 courses in political science and 3 courses in information studies. So that makes it 6. So if you are doing single major, you do 4, 2, 6. If you are doing combined, you do 3, 3, 6. So that if you are doing single major, you will drop it. If you get to level 400, that is where you are going to drop the course you minor completely. So you drop political science completely, meaning you're not doing any course in political science. So that is how the dropping of courses is progressively. As you move on 200, you have to drop one. If you move on to 300, you need to either combine or single major. You move on to 400 and you're single majoring, you do one particular course. So at the end of the 4 years, you're either coming out with a certificate in political science and information studies. That means you've combined political science and information studies. In other words, you moved on with political science and information studies. Or you get a certificate that states that you did political science with information studies, or information studies with political science. That means that you minored in political science and majored in information studies. If you have information studies with political science, it means you single majored in information studies and minored in political science. If you have political science with information studies, it means you single majored in political science and minored in information studies. That is all dropping of courses is about. And now there's another thing that you can introduce in. If you don't want to drop any of the courses, definitely when you move on to 300, 200, you will have to drop. The course that you will not drop in this scenario that we are about to give will not be added to your certificate, as we have information studies with political science, or political science with information studies, or information studies and political science. Free electives. That will mean that you will not drop, you will drop the course all right as required. It's required for you to drop one, so you will drop the course all right as required, but you don't want to take it as a free elective. In our next video, we are going to tell you all that free elective is about, how you are going to add it to your courses, and the benefits and the consequences that comes with it. Please stay tuned and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed, and please share with someone and let the person subscribe. Thank you very much. And